Hello and welcome everyone, this is Balance of Power and we are now getting back to our Malus Darkblade campaign on the Vortex map on the legendary difficulty. It's been a couple of days since we have been in this campaign, so we're just going to get going where we left off. So at the moment we have taken our first region in the south and we are holding on to Hagri quite nicely. Okay, and we have Clan Mulder, should be trying to come and attack us very soon. He's a little bit of an opportunist, so he's going to be waiting for a time where he can strike something that's weak. So he might come after the Tower of the Stars, but he might also come after Totalwar if we were to go into ambush and make him think that we weren't here. Maybe we can bring him over. Yeah. On our last episode, we finished with the rebels up here on the island. We're going to finish them off next turn. We might even be able to get 2 battles out of them again and try to level up Malus even more. He's already level 10 and it's only turn 13. So up in the north, in the Black Flood, we've got Mavra, who's still here. It's going to be moving to Hagreef shortly because we're going to be having a rebellion here in 2 turns. And herself, along with the garrison, should be able to put that down quite quickly. I imagine that once she's actually in Hagreef, the rebels should lay siege very quickly and allow us to initiate battle with them. And we definitely should win that, and that's going to ultimately be better for our economy. But from this point onwards, we should be battling rebel armies in Hagreef for a long time, because it's going to be a while before we can fix the public order here. So, every turn, or every 2 turns, we're going to be having a battle up here and just making sure people know where their place is. It's just coming down. We have our admiral. He does have some growth. He's got 5 population surplus. And is there anything that we'd like to build? And I think if this isn't too expensive, the harpy cages, which is going to allow us to get extra scourge runner chariots, which are a really good unit. It's been doing us well in the last few battles, and I think that Malus might try to get 1 or 2 more of those in his army, and that should also complete one of his quests for one of his items. So we're gonna build that in there, and we've got 1 extra growth. So we're gonna also upgrade the raider lodges as well, and then we'll be able to recruit masters from this Black Ark along with bleak swords. So we still have some damaged buildings in the region. Because this isn't going to be going to tier 3 anytime soon, I'm in no hurry to repair the port, and the rebellions that we're having down here are actually very worthwhile to us because we're using them to level up. So it's so important in this early part of the game, just to get as much experience as possible rather than territory. And we can build something at the Tower of the Sun. I'm just looking to see, what might be effective. We can get the Temple of Hecate for the extra Hecate scrolls, but at this point in the campaign as well, we are not going to be focusing on the scrolls because we just want to make sure that our strategy is working before we go to, complete this mission and get the main campaign finished, to say. So we're just going to have a quick look. And I think our economy being as it is, with Malus actually taking control of the army, we're only losing 20 gold per turn, which isn't too bad at all. And what I actually think I might actually want to do is just start growing this region just a little bit faster. And there's nothing else left to do in this turn, and so we will end it. Okay, we're here on turn 14. Nagaron has performed a sacrifice to Mathalan, so they're going to have a Black Ark. Go Nagaron. The rebels have besieged us at Tor El Asor, so we'll defeat those momentarily. going to have to do it manually because we want to get a second battle out of it if we can. Because it's such a small battle, I will probably edit it out. And we have an imminent rebellion in the Black Thud, but we're well aware of that, and we'll move forces back home to Hagreef to deal with that. Now in the end turn, the Clan Mulder has started moving on the Tower of Stars. They've seen that's going to be an easy conquest for them, and if I don't have any forces there, I don't think that there's going to be much that we can do. We do have a Corsair garrison and some Dark Riders, and their army is comprised of, those are just clan rats and slaves, to be honest, so we might be able to do something about that, but let's just clean up the problems that we have here first, and then work that out in a moment. So our Admiral Leech is leveled up, fantastic. And I think that Infamous Raider would not be worthwhile because he can't raid, so we get serve or die, because we are going to be moving towards Quartermaster and these skills down here. Yeah, we want to just make sure that that we can get all the forces on our Black Ark to be as cheap as possible, and then he'll be ready to head out on his own and start smashing ports up and down the coastline. Okay, and so we're just going to take Malus. We haven't had any replenishment over the end turn because we are at full possession. It's going to cost another 1,000 for us to use another elixir. So let's just get these battles over with first, and then we'll use an elixir so we can get some replenishment before we start moving out towards Clan Mulder.
Blood for Cain's Cup! Rise up, warriors!
Right, well, far too easy to show that battle there, but we are going to get a few extra slaves and a tiny bit of replenishment from fighting it. And like I wanted, he's had to retreat, so we're going to get another battle out of it.
I can see the void.
And we'll auto-resolve.
Cain blesses little left of me.
Okay, we've gained another follower from that. And Malus is now leveled up, which is what we wanted. And we can get the last point in Elven Healing. And Malina Head Reaper, our master. Get for you extra melee attack and weapon strength. Won't be long now before he can get his chariot, and then he should be really, really good. In fact, what we've had for an idea for later on down the line with Malus, an army that I'm thinking about, trying to do in this campaign would be 9 of these spiteful masters on chariots with Malus, and 10 units of chariots, either the Scourge Runner or the Cold One, and just use them as a bit of a wrecking ball army, following another army that's more suited to having pitched battles, and then no matter if he's reinforcing or attacking, he should be quick but very deadly. So our next port of call is the Clan Mulder threat on the Tower of Stars. We looked earlier, the garrison was pretty good, but I don't know if it's going to be able to hold out against all of this, but we'll certainly give it a go. We're going to use an elixir because I'll definitely want to get some replenishment going now.
Great gods of Druki.
And it looks like, because we've had that Elven Healing skill, we're actually replenishing quite nicely, but it still would be nice to get a Death Hag in here, just for that little bit of extra replenishment. Aphelion has leveled up. and she can get the first point into Flamestorm. It's a very powerful spell. And she's got a second level up as well. I do love it how the heroes are now getting double experience in the armies. Certainly making it a lot better to level them up, whilst they're, when they're very low level.
Songs shall be written of us.
Right. So let's just let it be known that if you take the Tower of Stars, I will take it back. And being as they're out on sea, if they decide that they want to attack us, they won't be able to get an ambush. So all the advantages will be with me. Tower of the Sun's building is finished. Got 5 grand left in the bank, but let's just go back to the Black Flood for a second to make sure that we're getting things ready up there. So Mavra, who's very loyal, he's going to march his army down to Hagreef, ready for the rebellion that's going to occur there.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
It should be something that we can deal with. The garrison in Hagreef is enough to bolster this force to make it so it should be able to defeat any half stack or 3/4 stack, that the rebels can throw at us. Tower of the Stars, we can build something here, but I think it would be an absolute waste of money because Clan Moulder is going to attack us here. So we'll just leave that be, and it is only 700 to build this upgrade, so we'll take that. Rebellion and end time. Ooh. Ooh. And so battle has come, and the Skaven have actually caught us unawares at sea. It wasn't just the original army, but there was 2 others lying in wait. But I do believe that the 2 others are both in forced march, and they may not be able to move much further, so we're just going to attempt to flee. And then we have the battle here, and our enemy has come again at us. And it's okay to flee, because if they can pursue us, it might actually cut one of these armies off from it and make the battle a lot easier. And if we're able to get away, we might be able to lightning strike our way through these armies.
Repositioning.
And so they were able to pursue us. However, they have only been able to bring 2 of their armies to bear against us. So we are definitely going to fight now, and do our best to make sure that these Skaven don't swarm us.
Show your mettle.
And so here we are in the battle, and our enemy is going to have a lot of advantages in this fight. They're going to definitely try to surround us and use their numbers to grind us into paste. But we do have some tricks up our sleeve. We've got our Black Ark ready to bombard them. And we've got Ophelion, who has the Flamestorm ability. And the Burning Head, and that should be able to burn out a lot of them. And with that in mind, we're going to gamble these magics, because 6 is not enough. Hopefully, Ronald, are you with me? Yes. Fantastic, that's much better. And so now we can think about where we're going to deploy. Our enemy's going to come to us, and they're going to be bringing their reinforcements. They have about 34 units, I think. We do have 20, but we are very much depleted. It's just about finding the best place for us to actually do our fight. And, you know, we don't want to lose the army. We need to make sure that we can definitely win. So I think if we just actually go up in the corner, make sure that they can't flank us, and when they come in, and there's so many of them, we'll use the sorcerer to burn them. Much like the Skaven in the previous episodes with Deathmaster Snickage, using this tactic just to save the army. Got Malus, and our Lord. Keep the wizard at the back. And we will make these Skaven wish that they never, ever, ever disturbed us. Might see if we can keep the cavalry hidden over here. If they don't see them, then perhaps we can kill off some of their slingers with them. The chariots, I'm really sure that once battle actually starts, they should be able to punch through our lines and actually start causing havoc as well.
Sorceress of Grond!
Got her there. Just got the Medusa. That back here as well. Okay, and we'll start the battle.
Advancing. Onward! Eager for battle! Druki, forward!
Just ignore the enemy and put my troops where I want them.
Druki! Glorious destruction! Quick!
Let's make sure that we don't lose any of the heroes in this battle. Especially not our master. That's not with the plan that we have to get more of them.
On to murder!
I think the spell that we're going to be going for actually at this point is going to be definitely the Burning Head, because the Flame Storm, using it up close can be quite a bit of quite difficult, especially as it can just turn on your own troops, and you know we do not need a mishap like that. It's just going to be about waiting for them to come to us. In fact, are they? What are they doing? To speed it up a second. See what their allies are doing. Sometimes they just wait for themselves to link up with each other, and then they'll move on us. So here they go. We're all ready for them. And if we can destroy them at sea, and then we'll have time to replenish afterwards, because we control all of it. Yeah, here they come. Clan rats and spears on the edge. If they don't change direction soon, we might have to do something with cavalry. They don't seem to be going anywhere near the woods. We should be safe. I'm so glad that this is not 3 armies and just 2, because I know that once we lock in battle and I actually cast that Burning Head, it's adios for a lot of these clan rats, and it's just going to be about mopping up the slingers, and the fact that one of the bigger armies in forced march, so that's one's going to be destroyed no matter what. Yeah, I'm really quite confident in this battle. Our troops are better than Skaven. They're better. They've got their pride. Here comes a swarm. We've got coming in at the front, we've got the Night Runners with throwing stars. Skaven Slave Slingers. Not so concerned about these. They do decent damage over time, but in short battles, they're really very unuseful. They're not Clanesian, so they don't have any armor piercing. Got all of their troops coming in now. Send our cavalry up there now that the main part of the force has come up. We're shooting these Night Runners up quite nicely. As you can see, now the Skaven are starting to make their way into our front line. Got Skaven slaves. Again, they're just not concerned with Skaven slaves. The AI, is going to use them like it uses every other kind of infantry, and they're not, that kind of troops. Skaven are doing a lot of, I think they're just going to do a bit of skirmishing with us, going backwards and forwards. Put my cavalry back into the woods to see what they're going to do. The AI is being really strange. Yeah, they're coming back again. I wonder if I just put a burning head just straight down here, I'm just gonna get so many of them. Yeah, it's because the cavalry disappeared. They've all come back in again. They are spears. It's not worth using the magic yet. Right, let's put one there. Oh, she's getting lots of kills now. But where is this Flamestorm going to go next? Another good burn. As the Skaven break, they should flee off the table. Send the chariots in. Wait for more magic. Malus is doing okay. Gonna need some magic in here soon, I think. So let's get it in there. Burn them out. See if we can get Malus out of there. Still so many of them. Master's doing alright still. Let's get some more vigor back on him. These guys have got... They've lured some off, which is good. Just waiting for more magic. Hopefully we'll get a break in a second. Eight winds of magic. Put a burn down there. So we've had a good route there. That's good. It's just the slingers now left. Sending the chariot straight into those. And we'll have to get away from these clan rats. Put these one guys back in the forest. I'm hoping we're going to have a full route here soon. Chariot's now at 384 kills. Just going to keep them charging in and out. We've had a few of our troops get either wiped out or broken, but I think we're still doing okay. Try and get to their general. I think we'll try and get the break in a second. $423 now on the chariots. We're going to be in really bad shape after this. I think I may have actually lost a few units. It is mostly just slaves. Has Malus died? Oh dear. Hero gets away. Didn't see Malus die there. Oh dear. Just like with the Skaven. I think we're gonna lose. There was just too many of them. Just not sure we have the units to do this now. And there we are. We know we just received the army loss penalty, I think. And Medusa's now fighting away with them. He's taking a lot of damage. Their morale is dropping. Ah, but no, we've broken. A valiant defeat. And how are we going to come back from this one? And there we are, a valiant defeat. The Skaven, and although many of them were burned alive, our troops have been completely destroyed. And that's going to mean the most major setback in this area, yeah, that we could have actually undertaken. But it looks like then we're also going to be able to catch the Black Ark, maybe. Oh, so a massive setback in the last turn. We do need to make sure that we can salvage this if we can. So we have actually built the Dark Tower now, which is good. Got an extra 1,000 in our treasury. Our economy, on the other hand, has gone through the roof. Because of that, we're not paying for any of our troops anymore. But it looks like the Skaven are now poised to take the Tower of the Sun and the Tower of the Stars. We do have level 2 at Tor El Asor, but it doesn't look like, you know, it's going to be worth trying to hold on to it. Our Black Ark here might actually be able to get away from them.
No, you failed.
So in forced march, they can move quite far. But let's move ourselves, and we're going to start to try to recruit the army back. And then when Malus is back, we'll re-recruit him. So let's just have a look at, you know, what we can get.
Quiet, fiend.
Okay, so I want to get. I think the Skaven might actually pursue us, maybe. So we can't spend 2 turns getting Scourge Runner chariots, but we can definitely get some troops like these Black Ark Corsairs with handbows. We're not going to build anything down at the Tower of the Stars, yeah, or the Sea of Dread. In fact, I'm going to cancel this construction as well, because I don't even want to waste a single penny here. Once the Black Ark's been able to re-recruit a new army, we should be able to come back in here and take it back. What a setback. So research to be done, and what I might actually just get is just Revel in Suffering for extra growth. That's going to help back at the Black Flood. So let's just have a look to see what's going on back at the Black Flood. So, our enemy is here, and they've got 8 units.
Cruel dreadlord.
Yeah, and we have 9.
Foolish request.
They've got Dark Shards and Dark Riders. I'm not sure what these ones are. We do have some Witch Elves. We don't really have the missile superiority, so what I might actually do is I'm going to have to wait for them to lay siege, because like I said, we do want to make use of the garrison to help us. It's going to, you know, giving us extra Dark Shards, you know, because there's, you know, 3 more units of Dark Shards, 5 more units of infantry. It's definitely going to help. Yeah, and they should lay siege probably in the next turn. Grief is now ready to upgrade. and we will start building the walls, which is going to get us a better garrison. It would have been nice actually if we'd actually had the garrison here ready with these walls, but I think because of the Skaven corruption, it just pushed it over the edge that little bit quicker. So, on to the next turn.
Cannot be.
So, carrying on with this disaster. So the rebels up at the Black Flood have not laid siege to Hagreef yet. I think we might take this opportunity to just try and get some extra troops in there, because if they wait another turn, we might be able to get those. And then down here, Clan Mulder is chasing us with one of their armies, whilst the other two smaller ones are going to be concentrating on taking the Tower of the Sun. This army itself, isn't scary, but we need to get our numbers back up, because they're definitely going to hurt us otherwise. And we do definitely want to make sure that we're able to get our recruitment done. So we just look to see where this guy can move to. He can get all the way up to here. So what I want to do is I just want to move over there and get some more troops. And then as soon as Malus is back, we're going to re-recruit him and just barrel into him at full speed. What else do we need here? Again, can't get the Scourge from the Chariots. I'd love to get those again, because they do so well against the Skaven. What we'll do is get some regular Black Orc Corsairs. Very good anti-infantry troops, especially against clan rats. Settlement upgrade, but again, we're just not going to spend anything here. I'm tempted to build this level 3 settlement, but if they don't chase us, then they might also just lay siege to this, and it might just be a waste of money. But let's see if we can get this in there. Imminent rebellion, and that's going to be at Tor Al-Asor, and in fact, that might actually be a saving grace. What else can we get here? Maybe we can help in some other way. No, I don't think so. So we're just going to leave everything there for the moment. And it's going to be on to the next turn again. So we have this battle here at the Tower of the Sun, and where the Skaven are attacking us. And it's looking really, really even. It's just a lot of Skaven slaves, and their generals are very wounded. Morlock and Cyprus. In fact, Cyprus is a master assassin. That's why he was able to do so much damage against our heroes and large entities in the last battle. But we're actually going to fight this and just see if we can salvage what we can in this area.
Death and carnage away.
Right, here we are. We want to make a defensive stand, against these Skaven that have come here against us. They're quite slow. I don't know if they'll be, but then if they're faster than our Corsairs. Our Corsairs have got a speed of 40. I'm just not sure if they'll be able to outrun the Skaven. In fact, we'll give it a go though.
Corsairs!
We'll keep the Corsairs close by just in case they are needed.
Corsair handbows!
But we'll send the handbows in straight away and start trying to harass them. And if we can pull them apart, yeah, that's when our Dark Riders can definitely come in and hit them. So let's just see how this goes in this battle.
Dark elves!
Advance, Druki!
Advancing! Corsair handbows!
To destruction!
Definitely want to try and get my Dark Riders into their slingers.
Dealers in death! On to slaughter!
Forward!
It's a very small unit of clan rats there. These haven't got spears. Some spears here, but
Murder awaits!
Glorious destruction!
Massacre them!
now that they're running backwards, let's see if we can get into these slaves. Because I think my cavalry are quite vulnerable to them.
Dark Riders! Druki, forward!
Corsair handbows!
Onward! Onwards to murder!
Nagarothi!
Going! Bloody murder!
Battle ready! Forward!
To go over there,
Carnage!
pull the cavalry round. They are really fast, these Dark Riders. Don't usually use them in my armies, but you know, when you've got to make do, that's when they're really gonna pull their weight anyway.
Corsair handbows!
On to slaughter!
So I think we've got that one now.
Cold-blooded killers! Corsairs! Corsair handbows! Druki! Battle ready!
Killing these slaves very nicely.
Corsair handbows!
Glorious destruction! Advancing!
Just make sure that we don't get caught.
We are ready!
Eager for battle! With pleasure!
Corsair handbows! We are ready!
Forward!
Corsair handbows! The merciless host!
To destruction!
Hopefully we'll be able to get into them again.
Onward!
Merciless warriors!
Druki, forward! The merciless host!
That'll pull these guys back again. So I think this battle's definitely winnable.
Die, weakling! Battle ready!
Destroy!
Their general's now trying to link up with the other force.
Corsair
That's
handbows!
okay. The Skaven slaves here, they're finished.
Attack!
Cold-blooded killers!
These clan rats, they're finished.
Dark Riders! Corsair handbows!
Take these guys off fire at will for the moment because I don't want them to expend their ammunition too soon.
For the king!
Not unless they're actually shooting at something that's really worth shooting at.
Corsair handbows! Terror and death! The merciless host! Corsairs! My blade hungers! Death!
Finish these guys off. I'm not concerned really with those guys. They're going to rally, but we should get them in a second.
Corsairs!
The unit's shattered now.
Corsairs! Advancing! Carnage awaits! Corsair handbows! Orders understood.
They're going to flee before the cavalry gets there.
The merciless host! battle calls.
So these guys are shattered, that's good.
Dark Riders!
Only taken 3 casualties with the infantry so far. Just now need to get ready to beat the second wave.
Dark Riders! Cold-blooded killers.
So we've got some night runners coming up. I think I've got a better range than they have.
Going! Dark Elves!
And they've got some very small unit of slingers there. I'm not concerned about
Dark
that.
Riders! Dealers in death!
Come on, guys.
Blood will
Get these
flow.
guys.
To destruction! My blade hungers! To destruction! Merciless warriors!
Doing really well at the moment.
Slaughter
I think
them!
that is just a very small unit of clan rats. Should get it killed quite quickly.
Hack! Cut! Murder awaits! Corsairs!
Still got my Corsairs ready here.
We are ready! At once!
Put fire wheel back on again. Now they got some proper targets to shoot at.
Murder! My Drakira! Bloody murder! Moving out! It is done. Glorious destruction! Carnage awaits! As you say,
Let's kill those.
suffering for all!
Come back here again. Got some Skaven slaves coming in. Clan rats. More Skaven slaves. Really not concerned anymore.
Dark Riders! Nagarothi! Massacre them! By your command! Advance, Druki! Moving out! Corsairs! Advance, Druki! Corsair handbows!
Let's get ready to pincer them now, I think. We are running out of ammunition.
Corsairs! Nagarothi!
I think these guys don't really know what they're asking for. I'm just charging headlong into these.
Corsair handbows! The merciless host! Slaughter them!
There we are. Murderous prowess kicking in.
Dark Riders! Dealers in death! We are ready! On to slaughter!
I think that should break these.
Kill them! Attack! Corsair handbows!
Get this cavalry out. I don't want to lose them.
Eager for battle! Dark Riders! Corsairs! Carnage! Kill everything! End them! Forward!
Yeah, really are doing well.
The merciless host!
One more charge into them, that'll finish them. There's the army loss penalty, but let's make sure that they're punished. You just got to make sure that in any campaign, you know, that just because something goes wrong, yeah, and you lose a battle, you haven't lost the war. You just carry on. You know, you think about it clearly a bit. You know, work out, you know, how you've got to respond to it. Yeah, and you should be able to pull it back, you know, within a few turns, you know, and be, you know, back where you were before. Yeah, and maybe even just a little bit more wise, you know, for going through it. Yeah, knowing, yeah, that you can pull yourself out of these if nearby, if you need to. So we've got a unit up there, escape and slave. I'm not concerned about that. I think the rest of these armies, a lot of them, they are just going to be wiped out.
Corsairs!
We are ready. Die.
Make sure Morlock doesn't get away. Don't want him getting any experience. See if we can catch these night runners before they get off the field. I think one of their warlords must have been killed. So there we are. If we hadn't done as much damage as we'd done in the battle with Malus, yeah, then we wouldn't have been having this outcome here. We'll end the battle here. Decisive victory. Alright, so a good victory. Good money in the bank. And we will actually we'll take the extra slaves because that's what this campaign's all about. So, turn 17, and we've had a rebellion in the Sea of the Dread. The High Elves are back. It would have been nice if we were still just milking those rebellions, but we're not in a position. We've now got Warlock or Engine Bolt chasing us across the map. But every turn we are getting stronger. We now have 9 units. Just carry on moving back and retreating, getting our units back, and then as soon as we've got about 16, I should imagine we should be able to turn around and smash him. So Totalwar has 3 turns before it's going to upgrade, but the rebels are going to lay siege to it before that ever happens. So we're going to have to try to work out a way of actually getting back here and taking them out as well. Ooh, we've got a lot of work to do. Temple of Cain is now ready to upgrade, and we might think about doing that so we can get the walls there. So we can make sure that the funds that we've actually invested in this region are not wasted. You know, there are beastmen still in the area, but as you can see up here as well, Malaketh is doing really well. You know, he has several regions now, and so does Haganeth. I'm just wondering, Haganeth is yet to get a port, so I can't trade with them, which isn't good. But our rebels have now laid siege to Hagreef, and it's just an army of 12 units. I think the best unit they actually have is the Witch Elves. I would imagine that the rest of their troops will probably be Bleak Swords and the Dread Spears. And in the next episode, right at the beginning, we will sally out and fight them, because we should be able to beat them very, very easily. And then hopefully pursue them, run them down, and get 2 levels of experience for our army up here. But it's really not going to be long before we have another rebellion, you know, and we're probably going to have to add to this army as well. You know, so that's for next time. That'll be out tomorrow. I really hope you've enjoyed this battle. You know, well, the series of battles that we've been done in this episode. You know, there's a lot more left to do. You know, we're going to have to pick ourselves up from this one. But that's it from me. Yeah, have a nice night.